Hello and welcome to another video. Now today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be landscape photography focused. I've got a new piece of equipment that I've come to show off, so get ready for something a little bit different. So quite recently I've kind of discovered that my photography is going a bit stale, or at least I personally think my photography is going a bit stale. So I thought it'd be worthwhile investing in a new piece of gear that's going to enhance my photography and take it to new heights, if you pardon the pun. So any guesses what that might be? I think you might know already. That's it, it's a massive tripod. No, it's not, I'm joking. I've got a drone. Now, as a lot of you may know, that drones are quite popular now. A lot of people do lots of cinematography with drones and take all these cool landscape shots in Iceland as an example, because that's got some really nice dramatic scenery. But here in Scotland, I've noticed that I've been wanting to get onto really high points, but I can't be arsed. And partially I've usually not got enough time to hike up these big hills, and I want to just get a quick snap of something really high up. So a drone has really enabled me to open that sort of style of shot. Also, with a lot of these new drones, they enable you to shoot in different log profiles, so cine profiles, as my drone does, and that enables me to colour grade and become more advanced in editing techniques of videos rather than just photography, because colour grading is like editing photos, but I personally think it's a lot harder. So this is going to enable me to practice and get better at shooting more video. That being said, I'm sure many of you will be wondering, what drone have I got? So what I've gone for is the DJI Mini 3 Pro. And I've had to do quite a lot of research in which drone I'm going to get, and this DJI Mini 3 Pro has got all the things that I want and more. It's amazing. So it can shoot in 4K 60 frames a second, which I don't know if I'll use too much because it is a hell of a lot of data and it does clog up my PC because it's not the best PC in the world. So I'm probably going to be shooting more things in 4K 30 frames a second. And it does have, I think it's a 48 megapixel stills shot, which I can also do panoramics with and create all these huge, big dramatic landscape shots. So rather than just keep rambling on about what I've bought, I'm going to take you out of this canopy of the forest. I'm going to take it out into the open bits and show you off what the drone can do. So once I got out of the woods, I found an open spot, got the drone out, lined up some compositions, and here are the shots. This will be a good spot. Now the only trouble that I've got with the DJI Mini 3 Pro is that when it only comes with one battery, and that battery realistically lasts probably about 30 minutes, 25 minutes, but on the box it does say that it lasts probably about 38 minutes. So that's one thing I do need to get, which I have ordered now, is anyone who does get the DJI Mini 3 Pro is to just get more batteries straight away, because you're going to go through them like no tomorrow. I can see here I've managed to wire it up to a battery, and I'm charging the drone here, and it's got 2 out of the 4 lights, and once all 4 lights are lit up, or once they've gone, they've not lit up anymore, it's fully charged, and it does take quite a while. I think that this will take longer to charge the battery if I've got a battery pack, rather than having the battery in its own proper charging unit, which again I've got coming soon. Should be next week, I hope. Yeah, and then that's going to enable me to take more video with the drone without having to have the hassle of having 30 minutes in it and to charge it for about 2 hours before it's fully charged again. Now another really cool piece of kit that I got is the remote. Now you can get 2 types of these remotes. There's one where there's no screen, it's just these controls at the top, and then you've got some sort of grip what comes out at the top there, and you can put your phone into it and plug it in. But I decided to opt for something like the screen here, where it's sort of integrated into the control. It looks really nice, and I think it's just a lot easier than having another thing to charge up to put into the unit. Yes, this does need to charge, but if I had the phone as well, I would have to then charge my phone and the remote control too. So this was quite a handy purchase, but all in, all of this managed to cost me just £550. Now, realistically, again, that's a lot of money to anyone who just wants to buy a new piece of gear, but these retail brand new for probably about £1,000, including the Flymo combo, this screen remote, and the drone itself. But I managed to get it for like nearly half the price, and it is refurbished, but pretty much brand new, and it works like brand new. Now, this is probably something that's not recommended, but I'm running out of light and I'm running out of time to record this video for today. I've only got about half the battery life in the actual drone. Ideally, you need to have a full battery before you do fly, but I'm not going to fly it far. I'm going to take it off here. This is incredible. Here we go. I'm just going to fly it up. I want to show you the Kurukan mountain as well in the distance. It's absolutely incredible. It's all lighting up now. Now I'm going to shoot this in, I'm going to shoot it in auto, and you just see it on the screen now. So you can shoot this in D-Log, which enables you to actually edit the colours mode, pretty much like a raw file, but I'm just going to do this for just this purpose in auto. And it's just incredible, the speed you can get. The gimbal is absolutely insane. Now, one thing with this drone as well is that the range on the transmitter on this remote control, it's not very good. So I would have thought, I think there might be some antennas you can get third party to add to it. But look at this, look at the easiness you've got to just pan around. It's so cinematic. And you can do all sorts of different types of shots. You can press this button here and it looks straight down. If it does. There we go. And I can just press it back, but it also shoots in vertical, so I can press one button and you can just shoot vertical for any Instagram shorts or anything like that. But yeah, it's just incredible. I can move the gimbal up and down like this, and it will adjust its exposure as well. And yeah, and that's what you can see in the background over there is Kurukan, which looks a little bit like the Lonely Mountain from The Hobbit. But no, that's got a nice snowy cap on it as well. It's just incredible. There's all sorts of moves you can do with the drone as well. If you're moving the joysticks to a certain angle, you can do panning shots. So I can move that to the side and start doing an orbital shot like so. But I've got to be very careful that I'm not going to crash into any trees, which are right there. And it does have a detector as well. So if I fly near the trees, and I'll just be really careful that I don't actually do anything stupid. If I fly near this tree here, it'll have a little detector on it, like a little red bar, which will come up to it to say, alert, there is something near. And if it does find that there's something near, it will literally pull itself away from the tree. So that's another cool little thing it's got. But one of my absolute favourite things is when you've lost a drone, or you just can't remember where it is, because you can quickly just lose your drone. And I did that earlier as well. It nearly shut off in the middle of nowhere where I had no idea, but luckily it has this feature called Return to Home. So I'm going to press a button now. I'm going to press Return to Home, and I'm not touching a thing. It's just returning to home. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. So that's returning. And that's going to land. That's basically just it's going to fly up. It's going to come all the way to where it took off from, because it remembers that from GPS built in and from the satellites it's connected to, and it will just land nice and safe where my feet are pretty much now. And you'll see that real soon. So currently it's just hovering right above my head now. And again, I'm not touching a thing, and it's going to just lower itself right down. And here it is, returning. How good's that? Amazing. Now I am slightly gutted because I've run out of batteries on here, but I'm looking at the Kurukan mountain and it's pink. There's clouds around it, like sort of storm, snowy clouds, and they're all lighting up pink. And I'm in amongst the trees. I'm not high enough to get my long lens out and take nice photos. But as I said at the beginning of the video, I did say I'm not going to be doing any landscape photography. I'm just going to be showing off the drone really. But as you do that, usually the conditions always change to what you want, when you want them, when you never want them. and then when you never want the conditions, they always turn out to be really amazing like they are now. So I'm going to start packing up the drone anyway, and look how tiny it is, really small. I'm going to start wrapping up, I'm going to start heading back to the car, and yeah, well, thanks again for watching this video. If you've got any questions about the drone, please let me know. If you know anything that I don't about the drone, because I've literally just got it in the past week, then please post anything below, anything that might help me out, any good batteries you can get, you know, any pieces of kit that's relevant to a drone. I'm all ears, let me know. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video, hopefully you've enjoyed all of the drone shots I've managed to get as well. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, more pink sky over there as well. And all the way over there, absolutely typical. Yeah, typical that, isn't it? If only I could fly like the drone could and take the camera up with it, that'd be nice.